Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Your boy, Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I'm back with another live video. Listen, it's not often I get to come live and express my truth, if you will. But for the sake of time, I don't want to be all night talking about it, but I'm going to shoot my shot. Now, the last time I had posted something on social media or went live with regard to me being open and transparent about any and all the relationships that I've dealt with over the years. See, what some of y'all don't know is I've been in and out of relationships since I was 14 or 15 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And now that social media has evolved over the years, I find it very intriguing, but it's not surprising to me that a lot of women are coming on social media as if it's their safety net now. And what I mean by that is they'll go in social media, I don't care if it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X formerly known as Twitter, or even Snapchat, and they go by on the latest trends about men like myself. And one of the things that I find so intriguing is how young women that are now up in their 20s, they will come on social media, and I'm not here to shame women at all. That's not my intent. But every time I come online and tell the vast majority of the sisters what the devil they need to hear instead of what they actually want to hear, they wind up being in defense mode and they start to act a certain way as if a man would. And so when we try as men to take back our manpower, yours truly have experienced that. Just understand rejection may be a part of life. Yes, in fact, that is true. Rejection is a part of life and it happens to everybody. But what I found out is when so many women, I hate to say the new statistics, but this ought to not be surprising, but 50% of women will always have a backup plan. So I could never understand how is it that a woman can sit there and make a generalization to shame men, insult men, make a man guilty because a lot of modern women always feel the need to be right. As I've said before, 50% of marriages end up in divorce, but 80 to 90% of those divorces are initiated by women due to irreconcilable differences, quote unquote. We have heard it time and time again. We've seen it time and time again. And yes, I do believe that marriages can be restored, but only if both parties are willing to put in the work. I'm talking about men and women. It can't be just one or the other. It has to be both parties, men and women, that has to be willing to put in the work in order for the marriage to be a long term. Now, I don't say this a whole lot, but if you have not been watching my platform, Turnaround's Theory, on my YouTube channel, I suggest you go look it up and go back to the first episode of the first season about the Drizzle movement that these brothers have been talking about for the last few months. And I've kind of expounded on it on my platform. I've also talked about accountability when it comes to women. And I'm not saying that men are off the hook, which they're not, but more than likely, a lot of modern women, they want to come on social media and talk about, oh, I'm a boss, babe. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. I have heard that cliche time and time again. I'll say it like this. You can be strong and independent all you want as a woman. You go ahead and do that. You feel free to do that. That's your opinion. That's your prerogative, if you want to call it that. But I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to get on off this live. When your car breaks down, You're going to need a mechanic to fix it. You're going to have to come out of pocket and pay him for the services that were rendered to you. If your air conditioner goes out at your house, you're going to have to call an air conditioner man to repair it and pay for the services that were rendered. If your car breaks down, I think I said that, you're going to have to get a mechanic and pay for it to see what the devil wrong with the car and what caused it to be malfunctioning in the first place. Just to name a few of them. But now by the time most of these young ladies wind up being in their 30s and their 40s, they start hitting the wall. And they regret making the wrong decision of bashing men, disrespecting men, and I'm not saying men don't disrespect women, which some do, but I'm simply saying in this day and age that a lot of modern women in Western society, they want to brag about how much money a man has got to make in order for them to get with y'all. And when he tries to make a certain amount, oh, y'all will grab all of his money for every hard-earned dollar that he's got, and you leave him for the next sucker. So like I said, I'm not going to be long on this video. I'm going to shoot my best shot, and if you're just tuning in, God bless you. Name by name, city by city, state to state, country by country, you know who you are. Just understand that I love you, and I appreciate y'all taking the opportunity to watch this live broadcast. And let me just say this. Just like in the words of Judge Joe Brown, who promotes manhood and protecting womanhood, well, I like to do it in a reversible manner. I want to protect manhood and promote womanhood too. See, it has to go both ways. I have been standing up as an advocate for sisters for too long, to the point where they insinuate on the fact that it's okay to shame a man, insult a man, make the man guilty, and always feel the need for women to be right. They can do no wrong. But yet and still, there are some of the same women that'll come on social media and expect a man to fund their lavish lifestyle. And as a result of that, they can't have their way with a man. So what they do is they get on social media and they start using those crocodile tears, wishing that they had a man. They don't know a man when they see one. I could be wrong, but I tell you what, a lot of times, more than 50% of the modern women that come on social media will always have a backup plan. So the question I ask you all is this. If a woman cannot love a man when he's going through his worst, what the devil makes you think that a woman is going to love the man when he's at his best? I don't understand that. I guess that women have all the preferences in the world. That's fine. They can have all the preferences that they want. If they want to settle for a Pookie and Ray Ray, that's on them. But the reality of it is, fellas, and I'm going to say this to y'all, the reality of it is, when most women decide to deal with those bad type of guys or the Pookies and Ray Rays that ain't got nothing going for them, you start to scratching your head wondering, I wonder if I was Pookie and Ray Ray. I wonder if I could be just like them so they don't have to give them anything. I don't understand why so many of these modern women will let Pookie and Ray Ray come into their lives free of charge and don't have to pay them one dime in terms of being in a relationship with them. But when the traditional men come into play, oh, all of a sudden, he's got to come out of pocket. It's sad but true. With that being said, that's just a little nugget I'm trying to give y'all. I don't care how y'all take it, but hey, just know that I love you, and I try to keep it real with y'all. And like I said, when I tell some of you sisters what the devil you need to hear instead of what you want to hear, then you wind up being all in your feelings, or you just don't like the truth. See, a lot of women in society now, they don't want to be traditional anymore, but they expect the man to be traditional. And I'm not saying that men don't want to be in no long-term relationship that can lead into marriage, which they do. Everybody wants the same thing. So the reality of it is, the moral of the story, like I said to you before, I have not been in a relationship in more than 15 years. Maybe bittersweet, but at the same time, I'm loving the single life and I'm proud of making the necessary changes that were needed in my life. So, hey, like I said, I have already taken back my manpower. Like I said, rejection is a part of life, and I've learned to master it as a man, and it's okay. I walk away. I say, baby girl, you can just watch me from a distance. I don't say it to her directly, but at some point in her life, she just might end up regretting the decision that she made, wishing that she had me in her life. No, it's too late for that. I say good luck to you. It's been nice knowing you. I just move on. That's your theoretical thought in general for the day. I hope y'all take this live video as a wake-up call, if you will. Just know that I love you and I appreciate you all tuning in. With that being said, I'm Mr. Turnaround, aka Tenacious T. I look forward to hollering at y'all next time when I go live on Facebook or any other social media platform. God bless. Team Turnaround out. Happy Thursday.